Everyone in crypto is looking for that next big gainer, the elusive 100x cryptocurrency token. However, most of you would settle for a quick 10 to 20x on your investment. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a token that I think will 100x during this next bull run, the next year and a half from 2024 to 2025. My next 100x token is So the token that I believe can easily 100x during the next bull run is HydraDx, known as ticker HDX. We're going to talk a little bit on why I'm so bullish on HDX. When you're looking at any cryptocurrency to have a big major uptick, if we're talking 10s, 20s, 30s, even 100x's, there's several key components that token needs to have. Number one is major utility. Number two is a very low market cap that has the room to grow. Number three is an active and vibrant community that continues to grow and remain active and support the token long term. HDX or HydraDx ticks all three of the boxes, so let's go ahead and get into it. First, let's just take a look at the chart here over on CoinGecko. Currently ranked at $5.99 by market cap, so definitely a lot of room to grow to see this in the top 100, even the top 50, which is where I think it'll ultimately end up. Currently our market cap is at 46 million, so very small in terms of other projects of similar nature on other chains. And considering what this project actually does and its potential, I definitely could see this one 100xing during the next bull run. Coming down a little bit, we can look at the all-time high was just about a week ago at almost 2 cents, just under 2 cents, 1.9 cents anyway, or 1.9. And the all-time low was .0035. So if you guys had picked this thing up back then, it's already done, pretty much anywhere from 3 to 5x, depending on where you got in on that, but definitely some potential on this one, guys. Let's go ahead and look at the long-term max chart, and you guys can see it dropped here right around 1.5 cents, dropped all the way down, and then right before the bull run started here, late October, early November, we did see that all-time low. Let's come over and check out the website, HydraDx.io. We can see an ocean of liquidity for Polkadot. So yes, this is a Polkadot decentralized exchange and tool. It does a whole lot more than just swap, and we'll get into all that, but you do see trade an abundance of assets in a single pool. HydraDx Omni Pool is efficient, sustainable, and trustless. So you guys know I love decentralized exchanges, and this is essentially a decentralized exchange for Polkadot that does a whole lot more. Are you ready to supercharge your investments? Then it's time to dive into our Crypto Mastery course. 8 intensive lessons, an exclusive one-on-one consultation, and a treasure trove of bonuses await. Act now for a special discount. Limited spots are available. Don't just invest smarter. Use the link in the description below to claim your special discount and elevate your financial game today. It's coming down a little bit. You can see the interface, and we're going to get into all that, but it says meet single-sided liquidity provisioning. The innovative design of the Omni Pool allows you to provide liquidity only for the asset you want. Rediscover efficient trading. By combining all assets in a single pool, the Omni Pool enables capital-efficient trading with fewer hops and lower slippages. Definitely a great utility. And DCA, that's dollar cost average like a pro. Don't let market turbulence bring you down. Spread your trades over time to achieve average prices and less slippage, and earn rewards from hydrated farms. Provide liquidity for selected assets and receive additional rewards on top of trading fees. Paid out HDX or any other supported asset. And you do see they have a little curve here. We'll get into that, but the longer you stake, the higher your percentage is. That's great to see a little bit of incentive there for long-term staking. And then we have Hydrate Your Treasury. Built for B2B Any project slash DAO treasury can provide liquidity, and they also have over-the-counter trading, so trade your favorite assets directly with other traders. No trusted third parties and no slippage. Set your price and let others fill your orders. So that's pretty cool as well. And we see here the HydraDx protocol embrace the sustainable protocol design. There's a whole bunch of more information here, such as bug bounties, the DAO, all that kind of stuff. They do have their roadmap, so let's just take a look at that. The Omni Pool is completed, liquidity provisioning is completed, over-the-counter trading is completed, hydrated farms is completed, dollar cost average trading is completed, stable swaps pool is completed, dynamic fees are completed, staking HDX is completed, and order batches are in the process. Lending and borrowing, such as like a decentralized finance application here, so you guys can lend and borrow. They're working on that. Liquidation engine, working on it. And back running auctions, working on it. So a lot of stuff in the works here. You guys can join up the community, their Discord or Telegram. Check out any of their other stuff here, the tokenomics, their press kit. You can join their newsletter and follow along. So full disclosure on this one, guys, is I've been in this since the initial liquidity offering. I got in this probably like maybe 2.5 years ago, locked up my tokens, was staking them. You couldn't do anything with them for a long time. And then last year, they actually released them finally. And we did see the market just kind of tank there as we were in the bear market. Obviously, every token out there was just dropping. So I've been holding this thing, staking it, just waiting for this bull run because I know this project is going to go on a tear. So let's go ahead and enter the Omni Pool and learn a little bit more. So right here is going to be the best place for you guys to actually pick up HDX tokens. I do believe they're on a few exchanges possibly, but there's no real major centralized exchanges that they're on right now, which is a great time to invest. Obviously, nothing in today's video is financial advice. Always do your own research and your own due diligence. But generally, once these tokens hit a centralized exchange, the price explodes and you'll never get it as low as you can when it's on its own DEX, and that's the only place to pick it up, which is the case right now. So you guys can come over here with the Polkadot wallet. There's lots of different Polkadot wallets you guys can see right here. So any of these wallets you'll be able to connect up. Personally, I use the Polkadot.js wallet, just a preference of mine. I've had that since the beginning when Polkadot first launched. But you guys can use any of those wallets. You can trade with USDT. You can trade with a number of other assets, such as USDC, with Polkadot, with any of these other tokens. So you guys can do that, and you'll be able to trade and go ahead and pick up some HDX if you want. So this is the traditional swap, something like you would see like a Uniswap on Ethereum or any of the other swaps on the other networks and chains. Pretty similar to that. You guys have the little gear icon. You can change your slippage, all of that. I do like that they do have a chart next to it. This is something I think a lot of other DEXs need to start implementing. Instead of just having it centered in the screen, why not add a little chart so you guys can see, you know, where it's been in the day, the week, the all time if you want. So you can kind of see where you are in the day. Is it a good time to pick up or not? Also, they do have the over-the-counter trading, as they mentioned in that, you know, first main web page we were looking at there. So if you guys want, there's a whole bunch of different like over-the-counter trades here, partially fillable, and then just everything. We also have the trade by dollar cost average, and it sets the amount of time interval for you guys. So you can do 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, 8 hours, 12 hours, or 24 hours. So if you guys wanted to buy in over the course of like every 12 hours, you could do that, and you could set a certain amount, like $100. You want to buy $100 for that long. You can set your total budget here. So how much are you willing to spend? Maybe we're willing to spend like $1,000, right? And so if we're talking about this coin potentially doing 100x, that means that $1,000 could potentially become $100,000. That means $10,000 could potentially become $1 million. It also means if you have a smaller budget of only say $100, it could potentially become $10,000. So if you guys are looking at this long term, which I am, I'm definitely looking to hold this thing throughout the entire bull run, and when it peaks out, hopefully in the summer of 2025, we'll probably take some profits, and I'm hopefully, you know, by that time in some major profits. You know, we may not hit the 100x. I don't want to like overpromise for you guys, but I think easily this thing can do a 20, 30, 40x. Definitely capabilities to get 100x. So as I mentioned in the intro, I think most people are looking for a quick 10x. If you can get a quick 10x on this thing, I think most people will be happy. However, if you are looking more long term, I definitely see the potential once it hits some centralized exchanges, once Polkadot starts to explode a little bit more, that we could get that 100x. And there's also bonds here, so let's just show that real quick. You have to connect your wallet to be able to do that. You can bond up your tokens. We also have liquidity, so you can provide liquidity here. There's a number of different pools. You guys can check it out. It looks like the HDX pool is full, but you do have the Polkadot pool, the USDT, the wrapped Ethereum. You have the stable pool where you can put any of your stables in. We also have wrapped Bitcoin. I'm not sure what the iBitcoin is, but I'm assuming it's another like pegged Bitcoin token. We have V Polkadot, a bunch of these other tokens here. You guys can check it out and do your own research, but definitely lots of options here for liquidity. You also have Omni Pool and stable coins and isolated pools, so you guys can click those if you want to like ratchet it down to just one or the other. And then we can view our wallet. This is another feature, and it's not going to show because I don't have my wallet connected on this browser. But another feature that I think more platforms should add is where you can check out your balance and like see how much liquidity and what farms you're in and all of that, and just see like the charts and, you know, listings of everything you've done here. So that's pretty cool as well. They also have the vesting if you are like bonded or whatever. Then we also have the cross-chain swap. So this is where things get really interesting, guys. It's not just a regular decentralized exchange. They actually are building a pool. The Omni Pool is a cross-chain liquidity pool where you can swap between different tokens. You can swap between Akala, Asset Hub, Interlay, Zeitgeist, Astar, Centrifuge, Bitfrost, Subsocial, or obviously HydraDx, and into any one of these other ones as well. So from Polkadot to any of these, definitely a big feature, and I do believe they're continuing to add more and more chains, because I do get like some of the voting things for the DAO, and they're always looking at different chains and networks that we can add liquidity and build cross-pool liquidity for. So like I mentioned, we're still in the fairly early stages. They do have a lot built, so it's not so early that nothing's built and you're just speculating on hopefully these guys deliver. They have a lot built. They're continuing to grow and build, but it's still in the very early stages of not just this project, but Polkadot as a whole. Polkadot's just really beginning its journey here. And so I think during this next bull run, we're going to see Polkadot definitely grow and explode a little bit more than it has in the past. And as that happens, more and more tokens within the ecosystem are going to grow. And there's going to be a lot bigger need for this right here, the cross-chain swap between those tokens on Polkadot, as well as just a regular DEX. The dollar cost average thing, you know, that's a really great feature. So lots of great stuff here. And then they also have staking. This is personally where I have my coins locked up here. So again, guys, you can lock them up, and it looks like right now the projected APR is 5.49. So not amazing. You know, we see sometimes, you know, 10, 20, 30% APR on some staking platforms if you get in really early. So it's not quite that amazing, but still 5% on your asset if you're planning on holding it for at least a year, which I am with mine. Like I said, I'm planning on holding this definitely probably to the early summer of 2025. We'll see where it is by then, possibly even a little bit longer into the fall. So you're talking a year to a year and a half that I'm planning on holding. So if I can get an extra 5%, and then that 5% of my tokens does a 10, 20, 30, even 100x, those are insane gain, guys. So everything you get here, this 5%, if you're talking an additional 10, 20x on it, it really is going to pay out, because then instead of a 5%, even on a 10x, you're talking, you know, 10 times 5, obviously 50. You're talking 50% APR on your actual USD value. But that's pretty much it for this platform, guys. You see why I'm so bullish on this, as I am a super bull on Polkadot. I believe Polkadot is one of the best networks out there that they're just getting started, just beginning to build. And this is going to be probably one of the main decentralized exchanges, the main place to do DeFi, especially when they start adding like the lending and borrowing. We've seen that become very, very popular on a bunch of other platforms, especially like Solana, definitely on Ethereum. There's a bunch of platforms you can do that kind of stuff, have become very popular, and those projects grow to the top of the list on CoinGecko. That's going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If so, tap on that thumbs up button. Go ahead and sub to the channel, bell on to be notified as I drop future videos. Join up my Discord chat if you want early access to all the tokens and projects we're looking at. I always drop my investments that I'm doing instantly. As soon as I make a trade, I'll put it in there, let you guys know what I'm investing in. And if you guys want to learn a little bit more about cryptocurrency and blockchain, then go ahead and check out my course. Everything's linked in the description below. We'll see you in the next video. Let's get that coin.